The 3-day dismissive avoidant crash cycle. If you've been with a DA for a while, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about, but maybe not understand why. Okay, so you had a really nice time with your DA partner, and over the next couple of days, things start to fade and things seem a little distant and cold until suddenly they're gone. Usually around about the 3rd day mark. Why is that? It's like we've just built this new rapport and level of intimacy, and it's been wonderful. And then what is going on with my partner suddenly just disappearing? Yes, it's true, you had a great time. You had a whole load of pleasure hormones floating around the environment. We've got dopamine and serotonin and oxytocin and melatonin in massive amounts, which is great for a DA because they're in a heightened state of fight, flight, freeze pretty much all of the time. And the nervous system takes up pleasure hormones in preference to stress hormones. So it's their little addiction hit going on right there, as it is for pretty much all of us with insecure attachment styles, probably mostly, though, a DA. Now, what the problem is because they have such a high level of cortisol in their body, it's only a matter of time before the carriers of the pleasure hormones stop doing their job. You see, the carriers, the proteins that carry the pleasure hormones to the receptors, have a half-life of about 48 hours. So although the body is still producing pleasure hormones, the receptors don't get it. Instead, all of that stress hormone that's been floating around just waiting, kaboom, there we go, there's the crash, right? And I bet if you're a DA and you're watching this, you're going, oh, geez, that's what happens. Because you wouldn't know. I mean, Jesus, we all chemists? We all biologists? No. You just know the cycle. We've seen it happen. And it can be so easy for us to take it personally when we're with a DA and they pull away and it seems like either they're being really nasty or we're going to consider that we've done something wrong that we don't know about. So we go chasing after, either saying, hey, that's not fair, or, help me, what did I do wrong? Tell me, we'll fix this. What we ought to be doing is just letting them go, because they don't know how to stay present in any other way than to give themselves space enough that they're able to find their center and come back to you. And they will, as soon as they can find space below their emotional cap, which is quite low, and they have exceeded it. So let's just not take it personally. Let's just know this is their cycle. And the thing to do when you're having a great time with your DA partner is not overdo it, not overstimulate, not overexpose vulnerability. And it's up to you and your partner to discuss how to maintain a reasonable amount of small increases and small increments of emotional vulnerability over a long period of time. Because if you do it like that, just like going to the gym, putting your weights up slightly each week, you're going to increase your capacity to cope with emotional vulnerability as a DA. Don't overdo it too much, just like in the gym. If you put your weights up too fast, you're going to be in a lot of pain. This is the same principle. Over a long period of time, we learn new skills. The skill that they're learning on emotional vulnerability is one they did not learn as children because it wasn't necessary to understand how to cope with close emotional bonds. For them, it was better off just dealing with their own issues because there was no one there who was going to support them but themselves. Learning how to be in a relationship isn't something they learned then either because there was no one worthwhile spending their energy on, so they never developed the skill or the capacity or the emotional stamina to stay present within those relationships, so very quickly they get overwhelmed. I hope this is making some sense. The 3-day crash is a thing. You're going to know it, and now you know why.